You good? Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order, please. Have everybody rise. We'll let some more come on in. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the York County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, January 23rd. Roll call, please.
Brooks.
Present?
Bear.
Here.
Sykes.
Present.
Here. Open meetings law is posted on the south side of our chambers, is in the hallway outside of our chambers, also posted on our website. Proof of publication was in the News Times January 19th. It was also posted on our website. Next up, we need to review and approve the minutes of their January 9th Board of Commissioner meeting.
Move
Thank
to
you.
approve.
Second.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Brooks.
Yes.
Sykes.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
Yes, and adopt today's agenda.
Move to adopt today's agenda. Second.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Sykes.
Yes.
Bear.
Yes.
Brooks.
Yes.
Yes. Officials Forum.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Harv.
Morning, Harvey.
We're plowing snow.
Oh, hold it, Harv.
Where'd you find it?
Did you see that? I didn't notice that. We want to make sure everybody can hear you. Thank you.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
We are now plowing snow. We are, I think at the current time, we have 3 pieces of equipment that's plowing, should be plowing snow that aren't. We have one in Donovan getting repaired. We have a rim coming for the loader that's running the snow blower. Hopefully it's here tomorrow. And then we're working on a blade on one of the snowplow trucks. Otherwise, everything is out as of when I left without plowing snow. So that's kind of where we are. It's been never ending this month, but I think we're winning. So there's all I have for report.
In today's claims, I guess I'll ask you now. Gravel is still, we're still buying gravel, so is gravel still readily available? At least there were some claims in there.
Yes, well, we had been hauling up until it got cold.
Okay.
And then they kind of shut down the pumps and the stuff that picked up part. Is some available?
Some
someplace.
surplus.
But right now, all hands were plowing snow. We do not have the trucks out pulling gravel in at this point in time. So that's kind of came to a low. Our next material we will have to haul is ice control sand, because we are almost out of salt and sand.
Okay, which is nice to have today.
Well, it would have been, but now it's melting off. It's pretty good. So this morning it's a little interesting. So, yes.
Well, I'd just like to say that the last week, me and you probably spent more time on the phone than we have in the past. And usually those are early morning calls, or those are fires that we need to put out. The public was very demanding on us, I think, this last 10 days. I think we responded well, and I want to thank our people that had to sit in those plows and in those motor graders. We are not above repairs. We are not above getting stuck. We are not above any of the other, but we were out there, maybe even on a day we shouldn't have been out there. The guys were out there 8 days straight. Our officers were out in the snow, helping people when they should have probably stayed at home, as the governor asked them that Saturday for 21 minutes on TV. And our dispatch and everybody, I want to thank them, because I think they get picked on more than they need to. One of the comments I heard this last week, that I pay taxes and they work for me. That's kind of right, but they hire us to keep track of you guys. And if the complaints need to come in, they need to come into these 4 seats, or actually 5 seats, what they should be, and then we hand them down. I think as long as everybody is respectful of each other, we will get the job done. And as you stated, I think finally we're starting to win until it thaws out. and then we're gonna be on the hot seat again. That's why I asked about the gravel this morning, but
Yeah.
thank you guys for me, because I know that it wasn't easy, and I know they took heat just like I took heat, and I assume the rest of you got a few phone calls too.
And we still have roads that are closed. We are working toward getting them open, but you're right, it's gonna get a little sloppy before it gets a lot better. So,
Well, and most people don't know that we hired private contractors to help us through this. So, the bills are gonna come in, and it's gonna be very expensive. But we weren't the only county. Polk County did it, Seward County did it. I didn't talk to anybody in Hamilton County or Fillmore County, but I assume the same things happened down there. It was overwhelming. It was bigger than what we were used to. So, it's just, thankfully, it only happens once every 15 years, or however often it is. But I wanted to thank you publicly, Harvey, because I know it was not easy. Anybody else?
Agree with you. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have anything else? I didn't mean to cut you off.
pretty
Okay.
much,
You're not taking off, though. Are you taking off?
no, I'm gonna sit over here and listen.
All right, thank you. Okay, anybody, other officials this morning? Gary?
Gary Olson, County Attorney's Office. Fund 2360 we used, that is our restitution fund, as we call it. We used on Friday, I think it was about $5,300 to send 2 individuals that are on the problem-solving court team to Anaheim, California. It was $895 for each opening. And then we also paid for the flight and for the hotel, and the hotels are close to Disney World, so they're not cheap. But I did incur those expenses. York and Seward County, the problem-solving court for that has been was approved for a second officer. And so I do foresee there's going to be growth into this particular program. And I would like to stay at least with the curve, or not, maybe a little bit ahead of the curve as far as the programming, the methodology, and training to help people through drug addiction. And that's my motivation for getting the person that's in charge of the program and the individual that works for law enforcement that is in our program to this conference.
Thank you, Gary.
Any questions?
Not this time, I guess.
Okay, thanks for the heads up on the
You bet.
claim, though.
You bet. Thank you.
Any other officials this morning? Seeing none, no others get up. Public is encouraged at this time now, if they have a comment they would like to make, they can sure come forward and do so.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Diana.
Diana Johnson from Henderson. I've spoken earlier at one of the meetings on the modern tyranny timeline that can be traced back to Karl Marx happening in our great country. And that's the first handout that you have. And it's a breakdown in the years of how our country is allowing this to happen. As you look through the years, it definitely coincides with the downfall of our society. The CCP goal is to take America from within. The next handout is the dirty truth of clean energy. 9 of the world's top 10 solar panel manufacturers are CCP owned and operated. The Green New Deal, with its restrictions on fossil fuels and mandates on solar, wind, and electric vehicles, will result in the U.S. losing both energy independence and dominance, and the Green New Deal will further increase U.S. dependence on rare earth mining operated by China and Russia. The fraud behind climate change handout states that the Biden Inflation Act is heralded as being the most significant piece of legislation addressing climate change to date. It includes $370 billion in incentives for everything from solar panels to electric vehicles. UNL received $5 million to reduce methane emissions from cattle. It's about reducing cattle production. So we're all gonna eat bugs, if you haven't heard. The goal of the CCP is to take America from within. Please continue to be aware of this in the decisions that are made. Lastly, very noticeable is the empty chair at your table. Since we have been attending these meetings, I look forward to hearing the meetings each of you have attended since the last meeting. No doubt if Woody Ziegler, who filled that chair, could report on the meeting that took place on Saturday, December 16 in heaven, we would all be silent and all ears. I was not fortunate enough to have known Woody for very long, but it was evident that the top priority in his life was spending time in God's Word, learning and teaching others. Woody's decisions were based on what he learned in that good book. What a different world this would be if we were all doing that. Keeping that in mind, all of the answers we ever need are found in that book. As you are looking to fill that empty chair with someone from District 2, I would ask that you take into consideration appointing someone that seeks guidance from the Father in heaven when making decisions. Prayers are ongoing as you make important decisions for our county. Thank you.
Diane? Anybody else from the public at this time? Seeing none, we have to move our agenda. I mean, what's on the agenda is on the agenda and approved, but we got to move it around just a little bit today. And we will need an executive session prior to the payroll and vendor claims. So at this time, I'd like to call for an executive session. It's a board to go into executive session to deal with personnel issues to prevent the needless harm and injury to someone. In the executive session, I would like to invite all elected officials and Cheryl from HR. Harvey, if you would like to stay, and Leila, if you would like to stay, you sure can too. But it's mainly the elected officials that will go into executive session. I'd entertain a motion at this time at 8:43.
I would make that motion.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Brooks.
Yes.
Height.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Yes.